Gallagur here. If you want to grow your channel quick and easy, subscribe and smash that notification bell because I share with you all the tips, tricks, and strategies that I use to grow this dead channel from 0 to thousands of subscribers and became a YouTube partner in just a matter of months. What's going on? We're out in the workshop again, as you can see, and it's still a mess. But in this video, we're going to talk more about making money offline and how you can start a business, a bunch of different businesses, and I'll tell you the secret to doing that and making a lot of money. Doesn't necessarily have to be the business I'm going to discuss with you today. But if you're one of those people that are interested in how to make money online, particularly the way I do, and it's completely automated income that I make daily, then I have something for you. I'll put a link in the description, and it's a video series I put together where you can literally just watch over my shoulder and set these income streams up for yourself using YouTube. And also built into this video series is a group of videos dedicated solely to growing on YouTube. And so I just started putting content on this channel a little over a year and a half ago, and I've already got, as you can see, almost 40,000 subscribers and generating thousands monthly in income. So if you're interested in that, the link's in the description. If you're interested in how to diversify yourself and also make money offline, watch this video. Okay, so let's get at it. In this video, I'm going to talk about something that is very powerful in terms of making money offline, and that is starting a offline business. And I'm not a doctor, or this would be more like a mechanic, I guess, these black gloves, but I'm actually out here doing some work. As you can see, I have a power washing trailer here, and I do have a power washing business that I own. And the purpose of this video is just to talk about something really interesting. So in the thumbnail, I showed you a blurred out picture of this. This is what affords me to make $150, $200 an hour. And this is just a simple tool that we use with a power washer. This makes all the difference, and I'll show you a couple other things that make a huge difference as well. But the point is, every business has something like this, that a simple little tool. This cost me maybe $35, $40. I'll explain what it does here in a second. And if I were in the carpet cleaning business, if I were in the painting business, if I were in lawn care business, there are simple things that you can do, that you can invest in, that people aren't going to bother investing in. They're going to pay you to do stuff for them, and that's what this is. So I'm going to explain this here right now. Now, first, before we get into it, this trailer, I spent there's probably almost $3,000 worth of equipment here that I use. Now, I started this business 2 seasons ago. This is going into my 3rd season. The first season, I got a late start. I did this out of my Jeep. I would load hose, so I didn't even have a hose reel. I would just load this loose hose and this little power washer in the back of my Jeep, and I would go do these jobs. And then I found how profitable it was, and so I simply reinvested that, and it just keeps growing and growing. And I'm relatively small. I'm in Michigan, so we have a very small season. But that said, just 4 or 5 months out of the year, I make a significant amount of money with this little side gig that I have. And it's all because I invested some time, learned a little bit about this business, and found that if you have just the basic equipment, like a basic power washer, you could have bought a used one. This was brand new, but you could buy a used one for a couple $100. You could rent one and then reinvest that money and buy one, and just some power washing hose and some minimal equipment, and you can start a small power washing business and build it very quickly. And again, for my situation and people that are in the power washing industry that will recognize what this is immediately, this makes a huge impact. This is called a downstream injector, and all this does is it allows us power washing companies to run very strong chemicals, algicides and detergents. Sorry, dropped the camera almost. But it goes right here, and what it does is it allows us to run very strong detergents and algicides. I just keep this filter over here where it's nice and safe, if you can see that. It allows us to run chemicals through the line. If you were to run chemicals like that through the pump, it would damage the pump. So this is after the pump, and so it's safe. Now, if homeowners were to try to power wash the home using just a residential unit, power washer, not a commercial one, with the low flow rate and the inability to run strong enough chemicals to clean their house effectively, they're going to find it very difficult and very time consuming to do that job. But with this simple $35 attachment, I'm able to put, and not just me, other providers of this service are able to put on these very strong detergents on the side of the house, low pressure, super easy, just spraying it on, and then once it sets for about 10-15 minutes, just rinse it off and their house looks like new. And so we can do it very quickly, and we can charge quite a bit of money to do it. And we don't even really need to use ladders. These are some of the nozzles. This is one of my wands here. This is rinse, and this is for applying soap, and then this is for applying soap to a second story, like a high level, and this is the rinse. And then I also have another gun here, and then these are essentially the same nozzles. This is called a J-rod, and so I can just use this if I want. I have an extension that I put on here, so if it's, you know, a real high, you know, 3-story house or something, I can reach that better with that. But typically I just use this lance right here. And I do have a sign. I have to hide it because people will call me through YouTube on my business line for my power washing, wanting help with YouTube or something, or they want me to do stuff for them for free, just volunteer and build a website for them and stuff like that. So I don't know why they do that, but that's why I took this down. But I do have a sign for that on both sides. But my point is, just investing in some simple equipment, you can reinvest and make it better. But simple equipment and a little bit of know-how, you can do stuff for people that they're gonna pay you to do because they don't want to deal with it because it's too hard to do, and to go out and buy all this equipment, just do their own house once every few years. They're gonna pay you to do it for them, and it's a lot easier for you to do it than it is for them, so they're not gonna want to deal with it anyways. And if you think about it, that's how most businesses are, especially these small businesses like this, like lawn care. You have people that invest money in equipment, and they reinvest and they get better and better equipment, so they have these badass 0 radius turn lawnmowers, and they just trail it around and they can do a lawn like that. And people would rather pay somebody to do that. There's lots of people that would rather pay you to do that than have that do them themselves. They go out and buy a 0 radius turn lawnmower and all the equipment to get it done that quickly. Same with carpet cleaning. You could invest in a small commercial unit, you know, and then do a little research, find out what the best detergents are to use, and then go around and provide that service. People are more likely to pay you every few years to come clean their carpet than to invest all that money themselves to use that equipment once every 3 years. And as I always talk about, it's good to diversify. Even if you're making good money on YouTube right now, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That stuff could go away. You know, a policy change on YouTube could make your channel go away, could make monetization go away. So it's good to have other means of income. So if you are interested in starting an offline business, pick one that appeals to you. Do a little research, you know, depending on how much money you have invest, do whatever you need to do to get into it. Most of these businesses, you don't need a lot of money to get into. Like I said, I started this with this simple power washer. I paid $700 for that. I could have bought one used for just a couple $100. I just bought a new one because I could afford it. Just some hose just to try it out. It was very profitable, so I reinvested it, and here we are now, and it continues to grow. Maybe for you, you're interested in lawn care, so you could just go out and just get a push mower. If you don't have one, and just start doing small accounts around your neighborhood, reinvest that, get a trailer, get a rider. You know, maybe not the top of the line 0 radius turn lawnmower yet, but then upgrade, reinvest that money, upgrade, hire somebody, get some more equipment, another trailer, build a business. A policy change in YouTube isn't going to affect your offline business. So it could be the difference between, you know, going bankrupt. Seriously, if you do not have other means of income. If you have a job and you lose your job, you could go bankrupt. You could lose everything. So it's always good to have multiple streams of income. So I strongly encourage you to find something offline that you can start that's going to last, and every industry is going to have something like this. Just some equipment that's going to be very valuable to you. You know, you can invest it into it, and then you're going to make tons of money from it. Maybe it's not just a $35 part like that, but it could be a 0 radius turn lawnmower. It could be a carpet cleaner. It could be an upholstery cleaner. It could be whatever it is. It's going to make you a ton of money. And that's what business is about. You invest money and you get a return from it. And then you could get to the point where you just hire people to run the business for you, and you could just sit back and kind of be the operating manager and collect the money. Anyways, I wanted to get this information out there. I see a lot of people putting all their eggs in one basket, and they're also interested in how I make money on and offline. So this is how, a couple of the ways I do it, and so I wanted to share this with you. So thanks for watching the video. With that, I'm going to wrap this up, and I will see you in the next video.